This one is called the Batwing. No inverting required, but you do want to feel comfortable in your inside leg hang before working on this one. You can invert up into your inside leg hang. You can drop down into your inside leg hang. You just want to feel comfortable hanging out in that. So with this, your contact points, initially, it's going to be that inside leg hang, but then you're going to end up coming out and you're going to grab your thighs. Where you grab on your thighs is going to vary person to person based on length of your torso, length of your arms, size of your thighs. So don't necessarily look at the way you see one person do a batwing and be like, wait, their hands are here and my hands should be here, or vice versa. Okay, it's going to look a little bit different. It's not that I'm actually grabbing my thighs. It's more so I'm pushing back into them. So don't feel like you need to you shouldn't be leaving fingernail marks in your thighs. Okay, but it is a push. Over time, as you develop more strength, coordination with this move, those hands can come off and be completely bent and not be touching, okay? But initially, one of the cool things about Batwing is it kind of gives you this Iron X-y kind of look, but because you're holding on to your thighs, it's helping hold your butt in place. So it doesn't require the same amount of core strength as traditional Iron X might take. So kind of a fun way to start adding those geometric and badass looking shapes as you're kind of working towards that strength level without that hold, okay? Plus, it's a really cool shape and a cool look. So this one works on spin or static, either one. I really don't feel a difference with the spin as far as it helping or hurting, okay? So if you're comfortable doing your inside leg hang on spin or static, this move will also be fine on that. There is definitely an upper back component with this move, and it's not a flexibility thing. So if you're one of those people, it's like, I don't have any back flexibility. That's not what this is about. It's more about an upper back engagement. Okay, so something I want you to think about while I'm doing the Batwing and demoing, when I call this out, this is what I'm looking for, is there is an upper back movement of this. And just in that little motion, it's going to increase this contact point. And exactly what contact point you have on the pole is going to vary, once again, person to person. It's going to be somewhere on your back, but once again, depending on length of your arms, torso, all of that, it's going to be a little bit different. So the movement, if you're trying to find the spot when I get to and I say, okay, this is where you're going to want to engage your upper back. If that's a new feeling to you to find your upper back, take your sternum, that center bone, down your chest, and you're going to place it on the pole. And I'm going to stand close to the pole, like not with my pelvis touching the pole, but just like awkwardly close, okay? Now from here, your goal is to slide your sternum up the pole, okay? It's like I'm trying to clean the pole with my shirt or my top, okay? Or if you're not wearing a top, with your skin, either one. But think of, I can't just move my shoulders. That doesn't move this contact point at all. I can't lean back because then I'm no longer touching the pole. It's chest up, chest down, chest up, chest down. Just that is your upper back engagement. It's not a just stick your ribs out, because then that actually brings your chest away from the pole. It's a lifting up and then back. Okay, so it's a very small motion, but in doing that, it will increase your contact points. Okay, so contact point, thighs, grabby, grabby. Elbow pits, especially that top elbow. The top elbow is definitely going to take the brunt of the weight on this one. And then also somewhere around your mid upper back kind of areas where you're also going to feel this. Okay. Also keep in mind, this move is going to lose some elevation. So if you are inverting from the floor and going into this one, there's a very good chance your bottom foot is going to end up dragging on the floor. Initially, as you're figuring this one out, 100% play with it nice and low, stay well within your safety zone. But as you feel more comfortable with this, just keep in mind it is going to lose some elevation. So you want to anticipate there's going to be some drop. Okay, so I'm going to take it climb or two up just to give a little room to sink down into this. Okay, so we're going to go inside leg hang. One of the hardest things on this one is getting this arm through. Okay, so when I go into this, you don't want to settle all the way into your inside leg hang, otherwise you're going to have a hard time getting that arm through. So I'm going to hook my inside leg. Before I take my arms off, I want to already be sliding this arm through to my hip. So it's right here. Okay, once that arm is there, I'm going to open my chest away from the pole so I can hook my bottom elbow. Okay, this top hand, thumb down, I'm going to grab my thigh anywhere you can, start reaching for the bottom thigh, and then when you can, you release that top leg. Okay, initially you can just take it down to the floor as you start to feel it. This bottom hand, just so you know, grabbing onto your thigh, it's for cosmetics. It's for effect. It's to make the shape look geometric. It's really not doing much as far as supporting your weight. It's not doing anything. That being said, it is a marking point, okay? So by thinking of bringing that bottom hip to that bottom arm, it is gonna help your hips find the placement where they should be on this one, okay? So inside leg hang, don't lay all the way back into your inside leg hang. I mean, eventually, yes, you can get into it however you want. But before you fully release those hands, you're gonna wanna snake that arm through. And yes, initially it's gonna be a little bit of a trying to get that hand in there, okay? Hand comes through, rotate thumb down so you can grab that thigh, turn your chest away from the pole. And if as you turn your chest away from the pole, that bottom leg, you think of opening your hip, that's also gonna help you drop your torso down. There's probably going to be some mild discomfort in this area, okay? The pole is very flat, and chances are you've got some bony structure sticking out back here, scapula, spine, those kinds of things. They're going to rub on the pole, okay? So there definitely is going to be a moment of like, okay? The more you engage your upper back, the more your back is going to go around the pole versus if you go into it like this, you're probably going to feel that pole grind down every single one of your vertebrae. Not the best feeling in the world, not going to lie, okay? So let's look at this on spinning pole, because it's exactly the same move, but just to kind of break it down a little bit more. Okay, getting into your inside leg hang however you would like. Dropping down, inverting up, leave yourself a little space to get out at the bottom. Taking it to that inside leg, getting that inside arm through your hip right away, opening the chest away from the pole, rotating that hip so that foot starts to point down. So you can work that bottom elbow, reach behind the pole and through. Thumb down with the top hand so you can start to grab that thigh and open. 2, come out, hook that top elbow, and you can transition to a ballerina or a ball. Okay, one of many ways that you can exit this move. I do find the lower your pole is, the more limited you are, of course, in getting out of it. Okay, but that is a nice way to come down. That elbow is already hooked. Release that top leg and let yourself come down the rest of the way. If you don't have room to tuck into a little bitty ballerina, you can always just make that a slow descent to the floor. Okay, so Batwing. Be comfortable with your inside leg hang first before diving into this one. Okay, grab a chunk of thigh, open your chest, grab a chunk of another thigh, smile at the camera, pretend like you don't feel it. Try this one out, put it in a combo, play with it with your next photo shoot. Have fun with it.